Hello everyone, my name is Tokreva, and this is, at least for the foreseeable future, the very last video of Civilization 5, A Brave New World. And this is a special video for me personally, because I've not done this before, and it is now 14 hours until I can play Civilization 6. Here at top right corner you can see it's 11:03 in the morning. In 14 hours Civilization 6 will be available for us in Europe. And this is... So 14 hours before the next game comes out, this is my first Deity victory. It is guaranteed for me to win right now. Nothing can go wrong. Because what I need is exactly here. So, but yeah, if you want to try this Deity victory out yourself, it is probably one of the easiest to get, but it was still quite hard, to be honest. So what I did was I played as Venice on a archipelago map with minimal, with minimal expansion options. Also, the only thing I changed about the map, it's a standard sized map, and the only thing I changed about it is the sea level. I changed the sea level to the highest it can be. It's the only thing I changed to a standard archipelago map. This means that there's less land for people to settle, which is an advantage when you go against the AI on Deity, because they already start with a second settler. But Morocco has this entire game been the strongest, and as you can see, they've had, well, the biggest continent by far to settle, which has allowed them to prosper a lot more than the other civilizations. So here we have, they've also been nuking the Celts, by the way. I did manage to pass nuclear non-proliferation the last time round, so no more extra nukes. I haven't had to nuke at all. I've been in wars, for sure. The first one was being declared on, so that doesn't help. But I managed to pull through. We have a combat strength of 224 in Venice, our capital, and 220 in Milan. And for the longest time, I only had Venice and, well, I bought Milan out. Those were the only two cities I had for a really long time. And what I was most surprised by was that I managed to get a few wonders early on in Deity. I got a couple, but I managed to snag up the Colossus, which is extremely big for Venice. It's one of their best wonders to have. I managed to get the Oracle somehow. I also went for Notre Dame and got it. I don't know how that's even possible. And the most of the other wonders that are there are later game wonders that I had some, well, engineers by that time as well. So like the Hubble Space Telescope I used an engineer on the Statue of Liberty I used an engineer. Yeah, so I went this route. I started with tradition because as Venice you only have one city to control anyway, so why not go tradition and just make that city really strong. Picked up a point in commerce, then went for patronage. When rationalism became available, I took at least 1 point in it. 2 points actually, because of the secularism. So we got some more. I went freedom, because freedom gives you some useful benefits of being a small civilization. And I also had a few points in exploration, mostly for the movement at sea, because we had at one point had to go to war. So really early on, Denmark took out Mogadishu, and I managed to free them. And the AI has been particularly bad at things here, and I actually managed to discover a bug as well in the meantime. So yeah, I also almost completely wiped out the Mayans. I took out Austria, and that's how I found the bug. Austria managed to get a marriage on Buenos Aires, but because Buenos Aires was the last city I captured from them, and it was their capital at the time, I could not liberate it. I could only capture it or just, that's make it a puppet. I can't even capture it being Venice. So Buenos Aires actually I could not make it back into city-state, which is my victory condition. As Venice, I'm going for diplomatic victory. I can assign delegates to get the world leader vote, and I will vote everything on myself, obviously. I need 35 to win world leader. I have 35. Yeah. I managed to get my ideology pushed through, even though only the Incas are the only other ones with the ideology. I managed to get my religion pushed through, but I'm the only one in the world that has this religion. How do you have one? Oh, you also have a diplomat somewhere, and you have world wonders. You took out Vienna. Yes, that was helping me. So even without the palace, the Forbidden Palace, I managed to do this. So I'm gonna commit that. But yeah, my fleet, I have like 4 logistics battleships. I have 4 or 5 logistic nuclear submarines. They, on an archipelago map, they are ridiculously strong, I've noticed. But yeah, this is my last game on Civilization 5. Yes, I was trading oil because I somehow lost a lot of oil, but now I regained it. I mean, I've already cast the votes. They cannot steal my votes now, as far as I'm aware. That would be unfair. No one. You've
triumphed over your foes through the art of diplomacy. Your cunning and wisdom have earned you great friends, and divided and sown confusion among your enemies. Forever will you be remembered as the leader who brought peace to a weary world.
Demographics. We have the #1 money. We gain 512 gold per turn. We have 17 out of 18 available trade routes running. Our approval has really never been unhappy at all. It's now down to 21, but it's been above 50 for a long period of the game. I'm number 2 in science on Deity. I'm very happy about that. Population, we're second only behind Morocco. Crop yield, really bad. We don't have that many cities. Production is actually pretty good. Land is good. Pretty bad army. Of course, we just destroyed the Mayan army. So there's actually one of the other AI also below me. Surprisingly. Ranking. Not that great, but still. We've won, which is the most important thing. Let's have a look through the map. Here's where I started. My starting location was really good. I had like 3 copper and a silver. I had 3 sheep and 3 fish. All within 2 tile range of the city. Maybe 1 copper was at 3 tile range, but still. And a deer at 3 tiles as well. But yeah. Here you can see that Deity, they instantly get a second settler. So Carthage was actually the last one to settle of the AI. Denmark grew very early on. They were going to take Mogadishu pretty early on as well. There it goes. Now what happened was I was at war with I had a lot of city-state friends and allies, but because of the wars that I got declared on, the AI took a few city-states out. So these 2 are getting taken out. This one, I think this one too. They just take the cities and this one as well eventually. So there goes Buenos Aires. Yeah, it was definitely a rough game, but I'm happy. I beat the Deity AI 14 hours before the sequel comes out. Here, see, I have Venice under control, but Denmark took that back in a big war. But I was focused on taking Mogadishu because that was a city-state I could free. And as a free city-state, yeah, they gave me the votes I needed. Mogadishu was what I needed in the end to get this. I actually turned out to be quite big, Wow. Demographics replay. Let's look at graphs. Graphs. Here you can see, yeah, Austria, gone. Here they are gone. Here's where we take out the Mayans, basically. They offered a peace deal for the last 2 cities, so I took them. Wow, we ended up 3rd in score in the end. But this is the most fun one. Gold per turn. Here's us, the white line. here is where all the wars started, and they wrecked all my trade routes. And here's where I made peace with Denmark and could rebuild my trade routes. Yeah, that is just insane. Their gold happiness. How the hell did Morocco end up over 200 happiness? I don't even want to know how the AI does this much happiness. Oh, it's probably... it's total happiness, I guess. See, because I'm around 150. But that is total happiness. Okay, it's not happiness minus unhappiness in this case. But I've won. Deity. I hope you're all looking forward as much as I am to Civilization 6. So, but for now, I would like to thank you all for watching. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. And subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date in the future. And especially for Civilization 6, obviously. But for now, I will see you guys later.